I wonder. Right now, I do see a mobility advantage, right? Once you get into these big team fights. The real deal can do well through the laning phase, but when you get into these big team fights, the big catch with Medusa is she's slow, she can't catch anyone. But now you've added in a Stampede, you have the means to chase people down very easily.
Yeah, TB often runs into the same trouble, so you usually see him paired up with a Centaur too. And a lot of teams counter the Undying with a Centaur as well, because Undying wants you to fight in the bog, and Centaur can help drag your team out of it. So I really like this combination from Vega. This draft's looking super solid. And the Timber Saw. So this has become a hero that, if he's not banned out in the second phase, he kind of reminds me of old Broodmother, where everyone has to be thinking about him throughout the like 3-4 picks in your lineup. He's just become this question of just like every single one of your picks in this phase has to be, okay, what if they pick Timbersaw? Who's going to lane against the Timbersaw? It's really becoming quite the trend.
Yeah, but the big difference between that and Brood, right, is that Brood can pressure towers very quickly. A Timber needs to get to that damage talent before that becomes a problem. So a lot of teams kind of implore this notion of ignoring Timber for the first 10-15 minutes. Maybe it's a quick Spirit Vessel timing, and suddenly you can easily kill him.
Yeah, but the problem is you have one hero that can't lane. That's the whole point of Timbersaw, is that Timbersaw, like, someone doesn't get to lane when someone picks this hero this late in the draft. Like, for example, Centaur Warrunner, if they happen to be in lane together, if they make that matchup happen somehow from the real deal, Centaur does not get to lane. And so it's a very frustrating hero to have to play against in that regard. But Centaur can just like creep skip, so we'll have to see if they can punish that.
Yeah, the other thing I'm looking at right now is if you do have this Timber pick, usually you go, okay, so Timber doesn't need protection, we run a tri-lane. But then we talked about the strengths that Vega has when it comes to the Undying and the Shaman in that type of scenario.
I wonder. So if I'm the Radiant team, I can't send my Centaur safe lane and go for any sort of an aggro play because my Centaur can't 1v1 the Timbersaw. So that means that my Centaur has to go to the off lane with my Shadow Shaman and has to like creep cut. I'm not sure how they're going to play this.
Vega, that's the thing. Like, Vega wanted to be the ones deciding if there was a tri-lane or not. But right now, it looks like Real Deal might force their hand.
Do you go back for a 5, or do you actually go for like the greediest support duo of all time and Tiny Nature's Prophet?
Well, Vega assumed you were going for a 5. They banned out the Dazzle.
Yeah. Of course, likewise, or same reason, that could actually be their aggro tri-hero, theoretically.
Also, Trent, you're missing the power of the Nature's Prophet here, right? You sprout, then you use your nice little Whirl and Death, and you get additional damage.
Actually, the power of Nature's Prophet right now is you pick Grimstroke, and then you go for the Soulbind Wrath of Nature, because that spell is cool. You get 2 of them.
Interesting. I didn't notice that one.
Yeah, it's not used to all. I think that's what EG was going for when they kept picking that Sumail Prophet, because every one of those games they had the Grimstroke, but it never really worked out. It is a ton of damage though when you double up that ulti. Maybe
they were just memeing Arteezy. They want to double sprout. See if their opponents know how to buy Quillen Blades.
That might have been it, actually.
I was kind of hyped for the change to Prophet's talent. I was also disappointed because that meant no double sprout anymore.
Yeah. Sad life. Puck will be the ending pick here. So it is indeed a Prophet and Tiny support. I guess I can't guarantee that. Could theoretically be some sort of a Puck support, but they can do whatever the hell they want at this point. That's basically what we're learning. Yeah.
This is an interesting concoction of heroes, if nothing else.
You almost ignore the real deal. You just look at your own lineup as Vega and you go, okay, what are we missing? We can't roach that well. Snakes will certainly help with that. But without a medallion, it is still a little slow. However, we can control the area forever with Undying, Centaur, and Shadow Shaman, so that's not too bad. Our tower push is fine because we have a Centaur Warrunner. Our nuke potential is a little low. It's only Centaur and Shadow Shaman, so they need like maybe a little bit of a mobile hero that can start like kind of jump into the fights with the Centaur. Lifestealer actually looks kind of okay if it wasn't for the Timber, but
there's
it'll be the Ember Spirit. So that is the ideal hero. I thought they were gonna have to try and find a safe laner, but it looks like they'll just go for the Puck Ember matchup instead, which tends to go Ember's way. But there's Shoshlo on the Puck, ping the check on the Timber because they're gonna want to send the Timber versus the Ember Spirit. Oh, musical lanes, ladies and gentlemen. We are gonna be all over the place here.
Best way to go. Don't actually see it as often anymore. I remember when before they nerfed TPs, after they buffed them over and over, they just got this scenario where it's like, okay, everyone is just switching lanes in the first 1 minute and they're not stopping by the second. Now you kind of have to accept the outcomes. And yeah, that Ember Spirit matchup, either way with a Flame Guard, you do have kill potential pretty early in the lane. Although, if he does have to match up against the Timber, it is a harder kill.
It's like, theoretically, if the real deal just sent the Timber mid, who do you send mid as Vega? Do you just go for the Ember? You probably just go for the Ember because he's Radiant side and you really hope you don't get Mud Golems. Maybe
you just stick the Deucer there and accept that she's eventually going to abandon the lane to go farm the jungle, right? Like, but then you're dual laning an Ember. You do want to race him towards 6. And if you do dual lane an Ember, who are you dual laning him with?
I mean, I want to dual lane any of my heroes right now. Vega. I think that goes for all teams, really. I mean, both teams are dual laning either a Timber or a Paka or a Medusa or an Ember, so it's a little odd here.
Medusa can afford to give up XP. Centaur wants XP pretty badly for the levels to retaliate, and Ember needs XP to even be relevant in this type of game. So I don't think you can get away with not having Ember in the mid. It has to be DM going mid on this.
I like how we have the light versus the dark, with the Madara TV being ridiculously dark and black, and Excalibur being the true light here.
The omniscient light. Yeah. Rip that hero, by the way. Omni Knight never getting picked, lol.
Alright, so it will indeed be Ember versus Timber, as one would expect. And again, it's Radiant side. It's kind of whatever. If you're DM, you just go hit some camps, jungle up a little bit. You'll be fine. There is actually turnaround kill potential, too, if the Timber screws up.
So hear me out here, Trent, because I discussed it hard with this yesterday. Right. Omni Knight. Hero doesn't exist. Doesn't get picked. But
he gets picked a little.
Really? I've not seen him once at all.
He, who was comboing up with... Someone's running in with Huskar right now. I can't remember who it is.
Huskar? That's an... So my theory was Sven. Right? Because
he gives them the bonus strength and you multiply it.
And then you take a Luna as well, and you just become unkillable.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think there's a potential combo there.
Not bad. Kind of bad, but we'll pretend it's not. I don't know.
Well, it's not that bad, okay? It's a little bit more greedy, but that's always been an issue of Omni Knight anyway.
Omni's got skill problems. I don't even know.
He definitely does. He doesn't know what he wants to level.
None of his skills are good enough to max first. They're all just like... They're all kind of good. I don't know.
I think they might change the aura up next. I don't know. I get what I agree where you're coming from. Like, it's very awkward as well. I didn't feel like they buffed him when they removed Repel.
Yeah.
All right. See how the creep blocks are going to go. DM. He might. You can check. Is he going to let this through now? He is letting it through. But DM did as well. Mids are so freaking paranoid right now. The smartest thing I've seen in the last few days was when one of the supports sat mid and scouted out the block.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That is kind of a nice play that you can do.
Any team's doing it just yet. I do expect that to increase in number of times happening, though. Like, it just seems like the obvious thing, because when you think about how important the first wave is in the mid.
I like how this Ember pick forced the Timber away from the Centaur. It's interesting, because you think about it as the real deal, and you're like, oh, sweet, well, yeah, we're obviously just going to send the Timber mid, because the Ember would have countered your puck, so you can't run the puck mid.
And at the same time, like, Kezu's going to be fine here, because you're talking about a lane where you've got these trees. TB?
Yeah, he had 24 missing strength, so.
Sad life for him. Didn't quite catch the first blood. I was too busy entertaining the thought of how useless EGM's going to feel in this game.
I believe the Medusa just right-clicked him for like a quarter of his HP. He was down so low.
Alright. Find the pick off. They have switched up lane. Slashdoor will show top. The problem is, you just TP'd first, so guess what happens next?
Here we come. The power of the Undying.
Oh, Shackle's coming out. Slashdoor, he just threw out the orb. He should be fine, though. The Poshka will protect him. That was a little bit worrisome, though.
This is going to be the long game here for the real deal. You guys know those games you play against a team with 5 carries, and you're like, oh my god, these guys' draft sucks so bad, we're totally going to win, and then you lose anyway because you didn't put the push in time? That's pretty much the real deal strategy right now. If you have a Tiny and Nature's Prophet support duo, they have no support laner. Nature's Prophet is like kind of okay at sending treants at people and harassing and annoying them, but it's really no comparison to a true position 5 hero that can do that sort of style. And it just means that Excalibur's going to have a really hard start. Like, I would be surprised if he comes out this laning stage okay. He's probably going to be recovering in the jungle for a long time, as maybe next time he takes his own life. Oh.
Well, yep, maybe next time goes to tier 2 to get rid of himself. He was running out of health and out of mana. Didn't want to waste any of his regen. Now, in fairness, you say the TB is going to suffer, but let's be honest. This is the level 1 jungling hero. He'll be fine.
Yeah, it's all time, and it's time that can be bought for him because although they may not be the best laning supports in the Tiny and the Nature's Prophet, they can both rat a little bit and they can both cut waves a little bit and delay the game.
Uh-oh. Gary's been cornered.
Yeah.
Well, he does drag them away from his TB, so TB will get out, but he won't be so lucky. This could have been worse, and instantly Excalibur TPs. It is the musical lanes.
Yeah. One of those games.
Even on the mid, things are even, but you have to keep in mind that DM has a lot more kill potential at 6 than Timber does in this matchup.
Well, it all depends on who gets there first, right?
That is the truth. There is a race.
And get more denies for now.
Deny mechanic not as strong as it used to be, but does still have relevance here. Same time, you should be able to start denying easier on DM, right? Because you're going to build into these Wraith Bands, and Timbers don't want to build in those items. Pexu with the denies to the tier 2.
That's the next thing to go away.
Yeah, well, most teams have stopped doing this. I think Vega is the second team I've seen to even bother with it in the last few days of qualifiers.
I saw a couple people get punished, actually, versus Nature's Prophets. It was the exact same situation, actually. It was an Undying going to tier 2, and the Prophet TP'd in and right-clicked him for the kill. It's pretty funny. So that is one thing to worry about, but I don't think he has TP yet on Jerry. So now he's level 3. Now it's an option at least, but it's probably too late for that.
Well, the thing I keep pointing out to people, we'll pause this for actually because Jerry might be in trouble. We'll go for the Sprout, but he won't try and teleport away. Interestingly enough, he'll just fall. So the interesting part that I was going to point out about this as well, like I highlight this to people before, and you go, oh yeah, think about the amount of time you take to walk over to the tier 2 tower to die. Yeah, versus that's what denying yourself.
What depends, yeah. It is still faster than walking back to base for the majority of situations, I will say.
Absolutely, but my point is, like, if you add in that time, there are a lot of scenarios of Sim where it's actually just more efficient to kill yourself on a camp. Alright, taking a little bit of aggression.
Maybe if you're, like, really slow.
Like an Undying?
I don't even know if Undying fits that bill. I'm thinking, like, CM with, like, a Venomous Gale or something, but... Madara spread up for these punches from Jerry as they go for the bounty rune fight from Aposhka.
Aposhka will toss him up in the air, move past Pex. We'll be able to skewer the runes with his bot. Great value for him. Magnifique. The mid lane, how we look
over helping out Jerry. What a player.
Oh, it looks like DM's going to be
go, Jerry, go! Go! Oh, he doesn't have TP up! No!
And maybe next time gets away with the deny again. Mid lane, both heroes at 6 now, so this is where we will have to keep an eye on potential aggression coming out. The problem for DM is...
We're totally going to miss it. Oh, top lane! Oh, he's dead!
Oh, no, they're getting... The Shackle's coming out as well. Pexu's down with Poshka. Too tanky. Madara forced away. It's actually not the mid lane where this occurs. It's still the aggression in the outer lanes. They keep this up. The Shackle's going to come out. EGM will be punished. The snake bounces across. Maybe next time gets the final touch. Toss up in the air. Madara out of mana. Out of life too. It's a double kill from Poshka.
And the lane swaps are really working out for ReaL DeaL. They're always a step ahead, it feels like. And this TB is just farming completely fine. Like, they're getting away with a farm TB with these supports. This is not something you see very often, but the bounty rune control is a massive part of that. Like, this tiny ult, and they go on to Excalibur.
Interesting attempt. Slasher will get away, but in the top lane, Excalibur will as well. Sprout comes out, maybe next time in trouble. Gonna run him down here. EGM with the right clicks, assisted by Miposhka, enables the kill. And Madara trying to turn around. I want to think twice. Metamorphosis is available. Pexu going in, though. He's got the soul rip for 10 seconds, but Excalibur will respect him back up. Madara toss back, though. Sprout
he's going for the
locked
meta.
In the place. The meta coming out, Madara. They need to body block him in. Jerry might give his life for it. Is it worth it? The wand will heal up Madara. Soul rip as well, so now they can't use it aggressively. Excalibur will just turn around. Avalanche toss back onto 2. It's going to connect, and Madara will fall. Excalibur just walking it off Pexu.
Oh, he's 10 strength.
I mean... He doesn't even care right now because Pexu doesn't have the soul rip for 10 seconds. He used it defensively.
Scalper's so scared of this Undying,
the Pegsu being tossed back. The Shackle's going to come out. Miposhka's the target. He has a big one, though. Game low with Eva shot, but they can't finish him off.
You? But yeah, Scalper's going to be fine.
Such a tanky hero. Yeah, you take some strength away, but he still gets so much per level. And mid lane, there's a dive.
Remnant.
Yeah, this is worrying. This lane is definitely in favor of Pingvin check. Now, DM was not able to turn an Avage. And this was always a frustration, right? You saw him, he was holding on to all his remnants and tanking all that damage. So you were slowed up in the chakrams, and you were never able to actually move away quickly. Because if you throw out an early remnant and it doesn't do anything for you but defensive, you feel like you've wasted so much of your resources on an Ember.
Yeah.
Although he'll find value here.
Yeah, free Jerry.
Or will he? Because there it is. Finally, Searing Chains comes out. Searing Chain's a weird one at the moment. Still stops your TPs. Doesn't stop some channel spells, though.
One of those.
One of those frustrating moments in Dota as we transition towards leashes being a thing. While trying to scream, here, doggy, doggy. Uh-oh. Here, doggy, doggy in the mid lanes. They move in. Yeah. Got a remnant to work with. We'll move away. Couldn't get across in time, and he'll just TP back to base to regen up. Any more top. Slashlow, he has the use of the Dream Call available to him, and he'll throw it out on the MNT, most likely. There it is, connects on the 2. Pexu arrives as well, has 1 level in the Tombstone. Doesn't want to throw it out, though. Maybe next time. Trying to fight up against Excalibur. Silenced up Slashlow, now needs to run. Stampede's going to be there. They're on top of him. Shackles are out, and Puck is dead. A little bit aggressive from Slashlow there. I'm not really sure what the plan was as well, considering you had no Metamorphosis.
Yeah, maybe not realizing that when he initiated, but Miposhka does get the pick up there. The weakened Shadow Shaman already.
Pexu, what are you up to? He's going pretty far around to try and escape here.
Hezu is gets the hoof stomp, but was in a bit of trouble there. And now Jerry's here. And he has a Quelling Blade, though, so Jerry needs to get in front of him.
He doesn't manage it.
Oh, but there we go. He gets the Sprout.
Yep, gonna slow him down with the Chakra, and we walk straight back in it. He's killed off by the Will and Death. Searing Chains will not protect. And this is the thing, he's used the Stampede, and as soon as he's done that, Pingvin check identifies that he's the easiest target on the map.
Yeah.
Get a little bit rough for Kezu. Shackles in the mid lane. Miposhka pretty tanky though. They will hex him up. Searing Chains does connect. Remnant's through to make sure he dies quick.
A little bit more action in this one here, guys, in the first 10 minutes, thankfully.
Also, Resident Sleeper anymore. But you kind of expect that in this type of game, right? When you got your Undying plus your Shaman, you've got a Prophet that could be anywhere on the map. You expect to see some people dying. Otherwise, those heroes have not done their job correctly.
Miposhka.
He wants that rune. Can't get it. This is an old Avalanche. Flashlight in the mid lane being chased out. We'll just move away, though. No pressure towards tower here. You have to keep in mind that Vega are the ones that lost their tier 1, so they can't play too aggressive here because they can't get reinforcements in quickly.
And some smokes and tomes coming out here as they want to use the first snakes for MNT. Ideally on the next tower, because honestly, they should be able to take this one with just the catapult.
Yeah, Madara is uncontested here. Is he going to throw them down? He doesn't have them anyway. Still in level 5. The tome hasn't arrived yet.
Likewise, though, down bottom, Jerry just has the treants on the tower with the timber saw. And even though DM's grabbing the waves, Penguin Check and Jerry will just keep going.
DM's going to be threatened here. He does have a remnant out to escape to, though. They didn't have eyes on it, so he should be fine. The tower will not be. Tier 1 for tier 1 trade. And Madara, the ping's coming out. There is an expectation that Medusa's going to keep on pushing here.
They have smoked MNT and Pexu now, too, with the level 6.
They're moving around.
They want that mid tower, so maybe a Stampede play here.
No, they want the TB. They see him. Stampede moving in. Maybe next time goes forward. The Hex comes out. The Shackles as well. Excalibur doesn't have the Thunder leveled. Because if you're a good TB, you don't do it because it's not efficient. He'll die for it. Toss across. Miposhka can get the Avalanche out onto 1. They do put the Tombstone down. Now the Dream Call connects on the 3. Nice from Cyclo. Lose your all through. They try and snap the call to move away, but maybe too late. You'll go for the TP out. Madara will be able to escape, and maybe next time won't be so lucky. The supports give their life so that the Medusa doesn't have to.
So probably a fairly even trade overall. I guess the farm time being wasted on the TV makes it tilted more in Vega's favor. Although you could argue the same thing with Medusa, because she also just had to TP straight back home.
And all the while that's happening, who is actually gaining the most is what I'm wondering here. I mean, the Ember is getting a decent amount of gold now. He's very close to that Veil. and this is where the kill potential for Vega ramps up pretty heavily.
It's a really good Veil game. Help against the Timber and the Terrorblade quite a bit. Jerry goes for the risque ward there.
Pays off, gets away with it. One of the powers of the Prophet support.
Is there a ward under that? How many? Which ward is which? I only see one ward. Do you
It's
see
ward.
this?
I know it's wardception. Like, what is this placement? Screw the killer. Maybe
like
next time.
Techie's mine. I can't tell if one of the Radiant.
Don't get me started on Techie's discussion right now. You know that these new cosmetics we're getting, right, with like the New Year's ones and the ones from Frosthaven. You could hide mines under them.
Oh, that's actually hilarious. I didn't know that.
I did it with Cart laughing evilly as he discovered this. Like, the snowman was the obvious one. I believe you can do it with, I think it's the dancing lions maybe in this one. But luckily they don't last forever. Oh, Ember, caught here. Can't move away. Silenced up. Will fall. Oh, Willie, Sly Fist. Nah, he can't wait out long enough. Good call. Lasted a little bit too long there.
When did it make a hell of a play there?
He did at least complete the veil before dying. That'll be his consolation prize. Right now, things are looking pretty cozy for Real Deal. Excalibur might not be the most farmed hero in the game, but he's matching the Medusa.
I'm surprised Penguin Check's going for a Crimson Guard this game. Is there even that much physical damage?
Wards plus Dusa?
It always feels bad going Vanguard first off on a Timber Saw anyway. But I'm okay with it when you're like versus TB, but I'm a little surprised that it's his first choice this game.
I guess he's not as worried about magic damage. Despite the Ember going for this Veil, you do have to keep in mind that the Flame Guard can be turned off pretty easily with the Puck and the Timber.
Yeah, I'm thinking more of just his allies though. Like I don't see that much physical damage coming out.
I think he's like
eventually. But.
Yeah, he's speculating. I think he's anticipating that they might not be able to break base by the 25-30 minute mark. So you eventually have to deal with Medusa that hits like a truck. Oh, Stampy coming in for a target here. Shap's going to be out on the Penguin Check. The man himself just picked up Crimson, trying to throw it out to him, but won't matter. He'll go down. Good pick off as well, just as he picks up that big item.
It just feels so weird. It does like nothing.
It does. I can tell. You're
it's
a little,
like all magic damage.
You're like, okay.
You look at like how he dies, and you're just like, oh yeah, Hood probably would have been good. It's just, let's see, magical damage, 1,291.
Like, I agree. Something like a Yules would probably be better because at this stage in the game as well, with what you're dealing with, at least you'd be able to get out of the Searing Chains and escape or something. But this is definitely an interesting investment by Pimpinchak. Maybe it pays off if you get on a 5-on-5 engagement, but right now you're not ready to 5-man. You are ready to get some runes though.
Back in time with bounty runes as he misses the tree. That's cool. Have his best of us. TV still farming like crazy. Miposhka has the Invis rune and is right on top of DM. They want to catch him before the Flame Guard, but it's 1,420 damage with a puck. They need to snap the coil with the toss as well. Let's see if they can make this happen here.
They can. They go in. There's the Avalanche. They toss him on the spot. The Dream Call down. It's enough. They even bring an EGM to ensure it.
Okay, didn't even need the snap. There we go.
100 damage on a puck. Respect it. Trying to get the tower. Oh, no. Stomp gets dodged up. The Hex is going to be there. Got the Shackles as well. Best thing Miposhka can do is finish off the tower. Tossed up in the air, and he doesn't even get the final hit. No. Oh, come on. That's just greedy. They'll find the kill on the puck as well. But Miposhka literally watched the tower still alive and started to TP away. Baffled.
Owl. Baffled. I hate how denied towers show up in the bottom in the middle. Why isn't it on the left? Can we get it on the left valve?
This is true.
Why are we throwing it down there?
Get it in both places. Screw it. Pimpinchak being chased onto the Stampede. Can't connect, but maybe next time. It's fought on maybe ganking this Pimpinchak Timber because they're nowhere near when they tried that. That was an ambitious attempt.
Onto their puck. Still doing okay.
Well, yeah. The argument you've always got to make is Excalibur farm? And the answer is always yes.
Yeah, still neck and neck really with the Medusa. Basically the exact same net worth at the moment. And same itemization because, you know, Agi, lol.
Yeah, don't you just love how Agi focused the meta is, right? I'm really enjoying this trend. TDs and deuces every game. And Juggernauts.
It's better. It's being improved, right? We got Life Stealers. We got some Position 1 Svens coming out. It's okay.
Maybe we're getting there somewhat.
Got tied mids, you know? Life's good right now. Although, yeah, maybe a little tone down on the Agi heroes once more would be kind of okay.
Yeah, maybe a little bit overkill given the movement speed buffs out of their primary.
Can Shoshlo dodge another stomp? Oh, no, he's not coming through. Oh, it's the Big Daddy. The one they want. It's the real one, guys.
He's finally emerged from the jungle on the radiant side of the map. He's gonna go in. Stomp's gonna come out. Slashdo's here though. Ringcall goes down, trying to interrupt them. Excalibur tries to man dodge out. Sunder. Metamorphosis is up, ready to fight. Kezu needs to be careful. Shackle's gonna be there. And Slashdo, he's got the Waning Rift, but he hasn't got the blink available. He's being interrupted now. Excalibur gonna get low. The Crimson Excalibur will keep him alive. He'll kill him off and pin check. Gonna be rooted on the spot with the Vellum as well, taking a lot of damage. Stomp will lock him in place. Trying to stay alive. The reactive armor is doing a lot for him. Crimson Cigar's running out though, and the Shackles will hold him in place long enough. And all of that because Slashlo was too close to be able to blink in.
He did reduce a ton of that physical damage. I will give him that.
Gotta give him credit where credit is due. And EGM, I'm not sure I'm gonna give him credit for that. That was an ambitious attempt at a push.
That's gonna be seeing a lot of that this game. He is the Johann Prophet. He's just gonna be in the tree lines, throwing out some tree ants. Okay, maybe that wasn't so much in the tree lines, but yeah, he's gonna be throwing his body.
He created a tree line, in fairness, but yeah, I didn't really hide him. He's going towards the Necro. I think I would have maybe preferred a Meteor Hammer. Oh, it's the classic Prophet, right? You just TP in, drop the Meteor Hammer, and run away.
Yeah, that's true.
And you don't give gold over to people because there's creeps there they can farm. But we did get a preview of what the real deal can do. I think it just comes down to Slashlo being better positioned next time. Because if he didn't get prevented on the blink so many times, and he goes in and silences all three of those heroes, your Metamorphosis TB can kill everyone.
There was one fantastic game. I can't remember if it was the ESL1 Mumbai qualifiers or if it was the major qualifiers, but it was KP on Mineski doing his classic Naga Siren in the off lane, or the solo safe lane in that case. And he used to build Radiance, but this time he did, I think it was triple Wraithband into Vlad's into Meteor Hammer. Highly recommend, guys, if you want to check that one out.
Well, they tried to nerf the Meteor Hammer combo, right? With the timing.
Yeah, he bought treads, so he just bought treads, did the triple toggle, and then just got the guaranteed hit. Because Meteor Hammer still works on Naga. It's nice.
Oh, moving in. Poshka with a toss. Coming in. Maybe next time down to half HP. The Avalanche still going along. Stomp's going to be on Timbersaw. And now, no, they get the Stampede out, but they're linked in place. They can't move away, but they're going to turn around and try and finish off Timber anyway. He's tanky, but not tanky enough. The double edge kills him off. Another failed initiation from ReaL DeaL. And, well, the Dream Core seems like the perfect counter to the Stampede, but when they can't run away and you force them to fight, Vega are looking stronger.
I think ReaL DeaL are trying to just abuse what happened last game. And I think they will win this game because it's really hard for Vega to force fights. Like, they get it with the Stampede there, but they don't even get the tower.
And it's a TB as well. With a haste, now moving in. Excalibur, Metamorph stop, will find Madara. And he knows he can't escape this either. He's going to go down.
So, last game, Vega struggled really hard to, like, group up and actually grab objectives when they wanted to. And it's just being doubled down upon by ReaL DeaL this game because they have 5 heroes that can kill a wave in about a second. And they're all at the point where they can just walk out of a tree line, destroy a wave, walk back in, and just, like, vanish. And that's so frustrating to play against. Meanwhile, Excalibur is essentially just doing a loop back and forth on this side of the map, and his teammates just appear, cut a wave, cut a wave, cut a wave, and that if they start falling behind anymore, they'll just do that even harder at their opponents, and it's so frustrating to play against.
Yeah, they're basically able to protect the farm zone of the TB at all times, right? So you're never able to make these aggressive moves with heroes that kind of need to, especially when you think about how DM has built this game, right? With the Veil that yules into the boost of travel. He's not aiming to farm late. He can't afford to because Medusa needs all the room she can get.
The other thing is that they have an Undying. And Pexu is just like, guys, can we please push a tower? I want to do something. I'm so bored. So Undying does nothing. If you're not fighting, Undying's a sad boy. So they're going to smoke up. Now, Roche is one thing that they can force an engagement at. However, if everything's available for the Dire, it is certainly not an easy Roche fight for the Radiant, even with Snakes. And they even have a Treant in there scouting at the moment.
Instead, they're going to up the high ground, look for something, but TB has changed jungles now.
They don't even have a ward here. So, like, this is a pretty empty smoke. They have a ward in the area, but they don't have any more to put down.
Yeah, and this one didn't give them much coverage, so the TB could have been farming, so they thought they'd check, but Now,
And this creep's
thinking
going to be
Roche.
hitting mid, too. And it's going to be like, where are they, guys?
I
And
wonder.
they're like, well, we have a Trian and Roche. And there they go.
Poshka did just TP back to base, though. They can commit to the Roche. They'll send Ember back. He left the Remnant in the pit to come assist. Luck is here. Slashlow ready. Lose your
Orb
scout out.
one.
Oh, let's see it all. Pinbin check. We'll throw in the chakram.
They have to sit in there with the snakes at this point.
They want to go. Metamorphosis is up in 15 seconds.
They could do a toss play on the Medusa.
Oh, Avalanche toss on the spot. Posh goes in. Hex will come out on him. They don't want to engage too hard on him, though. They already used the Searing Chain, so Posh can back up. Got the bolt to regen up as well and get the mana he needs, but this Roche is getting low. If you want to interrupt, it has to be now.
Shashlo, the best chance of
Excalibur.
stealing this.
Stampede's going to come out. They go in. Stomp's going to be there, but now you're going to Metamorphosis up. BKB activated. Excalibur looking to fight MNT. Going to go down. Madara will be able to pick up the Aegis, but in trouble. Pexi sprouting on the spot. Madara fighting up against this. Buyback does come out from MNT and Slashlow. Be fine, but Pexi will not. Guess who will get out? They're turning it around. DM will get out.
Shasho flubbed a couple times in that fight. I'm sure he's a little disappointed. He narrowly missed the jaunt in to grab the Aegis as his orb was flying right past the super low HP Roche, and then he missed the Yule Scepter on the Medusa as she TP'd out, and they could have just killed her completely by herself and burnt that Aegis.
A bit of a mistake. She was separated from the whole team, and now Pimpin check in trouble. They're going to move in. Excalibur going forward here. Looking for the opportunity. MNT goes down as the dieback. Searing Chain's up. They won't get the real TB. Pimpin check will just back away and respect this. Buys them a lot of time, slows down any sort of iron progression for MNT completely. And that's important because he's the Spirit Vessel builder. That was the best target they could actually get at this stage. Pexu moves in, Tombstone comes out. Excalibur, the Metamorphosis ran out, but they'll get the kill. Toss up in the air, but Poshka will split up and look for clues. Guess he needs to make a choice. Who does he go after? It's an obvious one in the end. Searing Chains onto the Tiny. They'll close in. He has got the Avalanche coming off cooldown. Pinvin check's nearby, but he can't do anything. Back to farm and TD goes. Oh, look at that. Necronomicon is up to the level 2. EGM, he's getting there. Eventually, this will really hurt. I guess the Necro over the Meteor Hammer does give you better means to kill the Medusa. That's something.
Yeah, no, it's definitely true. Yeah. I think it just fits his game, the ratting stuff too. He might end up with a Meteor Hammer after.
Green call out. Uh-oh. DM was being greedy. They get rid of the Flame Guard. He'll use up to buy a little bit of time, but he's still going to be waiting when he comes down. There it is. Gets out. Remnant away. Just enough time. Ember is pretty tanky now at 1.6k HP.
And they don't really have a secondary form of lockdown because this, like, he might have to go Orchid next for Jerry, but even then, you know there's going to be BKBs and stuff too, so even that doesn't feel that great. They kind of need Miposhka there if they're going to go for these ganks onto him.
This kind of state of the game with these type of heroes, you look at ReaL DeaL's lineup and you go, could anyone build Nullifier? But the problem with that item right now is, would anyone build Nullifier? Kezu getting low. Yule's going to be there after using the Stampede. With that, he will fall. Miposhka gets the final tap with his big tree.
They did get the top tower though with Madara. So they're pushing, kind of brute forcing with this Aegis.
You say they're brute forcing, but at the same time, this is feeling pretty rough for an Aegis carrying team, right? They are still taking unfavorable trades when it comes to the hero engagements.
Yeah, but you got a tower. Come on now. Got to give him something here.
True.
Ember didn't die.
They won't get a second one, though, because EGM's already pushing on the top. Little Necro creeps. They do have control of the Radiant Jungle as well. This is the worrying part for Vega, especially considering even when Kaiser respawns, you haven't got the Stampede for another minute. So you have to give way. Shashlo is going towards the Ags next. Suddenly this puck is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
That's interesting that he's going Ags versus no BKB heroes.
Yeah, that's the big thing. It's like, what are you really stopping? Because I don't think any of these heroes want to build BKB. Maybe Ember eventually, but a Medusa who has to build BKB already feels crap about it.
It means that he's relying on Miposhka to break it, really. Because if you can force the break off the Scepter Coil, then it kind of is worth it for the extra damage, and it makes you tanky, but
it is also
I'd still
extra
consider it
2
unusual.
seconds, right? Like, that's a decent gain.
I mean, even that coil's
4.2K.
already 6 seconds. Like,
Yeah.
what does 2 more seconds really do for you?
I mean, it prevented them from killing the Ember because it wasn't 2 seconds longer. But yeah, no, it's a fair point. They aren't really going to threaten with this. Like, what else would you build in the scenario right now? Boost travel would be a good shout. Scythe as well. I think boost would be good, right? Because then you can split push 2 lanes easily. Be around the map. Very mobile. Then again, you could argue Jerry's already doing that enough.
Oh, he's doing it, baby.
He's not there to
Follow
fight.
Those necros. Get him in there.
He's tempted. He's like, guys, are we going to fight? And they are.
He's waiting for the fight to break out. He wants the Radiant to commit.
Yeah, Miposhka, they're committing onto him. Vega do get a kill. And suddenly he says, all right, split push time. Abort, though. Ember arrives.
Yeah, that is one thing. The Ember being able to deal with this is very irritating for him.
He just randomly yules himself. Which means he doesn't even get the necro creeps.
Yeah, I thought he might have been trying to Yule. I think he tried to Yules himself when he was going to kill the Necron warrior, but he didn't actually kill him.
Yeah.
As you can see, it was really low, so he was trying to dodge all the damage.
Quite possibly. It would have been too delayed anyway, by the looks of it. All good, though. Flashlight, meanwhile, just pushing in, knowing that Madara can't stop him from doing so. Good troll coming out in this bot lane so far for real deal. Similar scenario to last game, in fact.
Yeah. It's just the Nature's Prophet. Up, down.
Timber
check in here. Real deep.
Nope. Timber Chain out. They just use the Stampede.
How'd
They
he
can't
get
get
here?
him. Timber Chain's going to be there. He does have the Hood of Defiance now, so he's pretty damn tanky, but they've got the Shackles. And they run him through. Stomp is off cooldown, so they should be able to.
Man, they even got to give him the Flesh Golem.
Took a while.
Yeah.
Flashlight will finally arise, and praise are answered indeed. It's like, will this Timber die? Yes, eventually.
Oh, they want the return kill on the Kezu, though. Not expecting all these heroes. Oh, the blink.
No, they missed
the
Illusory. And they missed the call as well. Kezu just blinks out casually.
That was the most casual dodge ever. Now he's back under their vision, and they're just like, ugh.
Well, Slashlow, he threw out the Illusory Orb. You should have just used the Dream Call in that scenario the way you played that. All right. No punishment for Kezu.
Well, I hope y'all like Roche fights.
I'm just finding this a little bit questionable. I mean, first, we weren't sure what Puck's plan is with the Ags, and now missing opportunities like that can be costly. You still have got a 6k net worth lead there. But
yeah, it's fine.
Where is... Oh, okay. All right. This is different. This is
the Radiant's done now.
No, I wasn't looking at that. I was more interested in what Excalibur's doing. The Orchid build.
Essentially.
Yeah. We said that the Medusa's not going to go BKB.
Yeah, if Medusa is refusing to get Lincoln's or BKB, it is quite good.
Well, she still has the Manta. Kezu in trouble. Dream Call doesn't connect on, does connect on Pexu now. Jerry trapped in the wards here. They're going to use the Stampede, try and move away, but the damage being done. Terrorblade will get rid of the Tombstone. Medusa arriving. With the Stone Gaze will force them out. Got one kill. They won't be able to find more. Kezu goes in the stomp, but no. Excalibur, he turns around at the wrong moment. He's out of mana as well. He's got the big one. He should be able to potentially the BKB activate. They'll turn around onto Madara. He can't move away quick enough. The Chakram holds him in place, locks him down, and he will die off trying to TP away. Based on the DM, they won't find him. Kezu, they might before he gets the blink off, but now the Yule's going to be there, moving in. They actually need to go for the Waning Rift play, but they can't. Flashlow chasing in. He get close enough here. He's reluctant to dive this tower. Instead, he'll back away. He was scouting out to see if Kezu was hanging around. Kezu was for a moment, but he did TP away. I'm not sure if I
feel like you want to take that fight when you're Vega, right? Because you just got this Radiance up on your Ember Spirit, but this TB still has such a high BKB. That was the 9-second charge, I believe, so just very difficult to get these fights if you don't take him down right away.
Well, especially when you see he has no mana, right? Sometimes it's very easy to think maybe he doesn't have a full one, right? Like maybe we can actually take him, but you've got to keep in mind this is like the Tide scenario, right? Where he doesn't have mana for Ravage. We'll always have a wand with 20 charges waiting. Because what else is he popping that mana for? It's always about the Sunder.
Yeah. Pretty quick Roche. Only going to be another 50 seconds here, about a minute total on the timer. So everyone's going to be back up. They will have the ultis available here. Snakes will be back up. Stampede's going to be up, and everything's still remaining there for the Dire side. So both teams will be at full stock. It just comes down to who's going to get the vision around the pit. Advantage should go towards the ReaL deal with the Treants. I feel like Jerry's been pretty good most of this match about spamming out the vision here, and he's going to do another little mix of that right now. Monkey's forever, actually, on in some of the complexity of these games. If you guys want to play some support Prophet, Check out those replays. He does a fantastic job of just grabbing these treants and fanning them out for vision.
Definitely an underrated feature of this hero. People just think about the trees. They go, oh yeah, I'm going to use that to push towers. That's the first thought in your mind. These
A click
really
down lane.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you look back and go, wait, did I just feed all that gold to my... Oh, no.
And I like the way that they're taking the Necro 3 and scouting around those little semicircles of the ward spots, too. Just making sure nothing hidden behind the trees. Taking away the vision of the Radiant side. The Radiant are getting vision down up top as Vega will try and get their own sort of control around that Roche Pit area, spotting potential TPs to the Shrine. And now have the Aether Lens on the Shadow Shaman too with the 125 cast range. So
going on DM here. He's got Remnant waiting back at base though. Can they get him the Avalanche? They can silence up, toss in the air. This time they'll kill him off. They'll escape. Looked like he would have been fine. Shlashko seemed to just be playing with him, but DM didn't quite realize there was a plan this time. It was Operation Get Ember.
All right, there we go. All right, Aghanim's paying off then with the extra duration.
Did hold him in place for a long time. And that Orca pickup. Already getting good value out of this game. It's a fair shot as well. When you think about the amount of different things that you want to try and dodge out with the Yules as the Ember player. Right? You got to worry about the timing of the toss combo. You got to worry about now the silence on the TB as well as the silence on the puck. Now you have to worry about rather an Aegis and a Cheese on the side of ReaL DeaL. You need to stop this from happening, but how do you get in there? Ember's still dead for 30 seconds. Does have buyback.
Yeah. Can they get him out without forcing the buybacks? It's a question.
I don't think they want to leave. They're going in now. Excalibur. There's just Sunder. Madara going to skate away. The buyback now comes out. The Hex is going to be there under the Timber Sword. That's the wrong target. From Scarred activated. Stampede, but no. The Dream Call locks onto 3 heroes here. Or 2 rather. Now they can't actually fight up into this. They have to hold the high ground and wait for Madara to return to them. Timber chain through. Pingvincheck trying to break the back line and no. Stomped up. Excalibur. He looks the wrong way. The Stone Gaze. BKB activated. He doesn't have the Sunder though. No. He's going to go down. The silence isn't enough. And Ember is low on HP. Will stay alive. Used up in the air. Backing away from this. And Slashto faces through the illusory ult, but he won't be able to find the target. DM will pursue onto him instead. Stomps are there. And suddenly Vega seem to have claimed the Roche Pit. Poshka is invis. Will go for the toss play with the Avalanche. Out on the DM. Is it enough? Yes. He gets him. Pingvincheck can still interrupt this Roche. Jerry's still around. Buyback comes out from Undying. Madara getting low on mana. He needs to back up. Pingvincheck doesn't have any mana though, so he should be fine. Toss on the spot. Kezu getting low. And Poshka trying to fight against this. Avalanche does come out into 2. It's enough with the Will and Death to get the kill on Pexu. He just bought back. He can't afford to go down here. Sprout will control Madara. He can't join in the fight. It's the RTZ experience right now. And Pexu goes down. As they toss up, come down, and the Will and Death hits Pexu in the face.
They can actually hold us for so long with Pingvincheck. He's unkillable. I mean, he's now reached level 24. He's about to be level 25.
Trying to stop him. They need to stop him right now. Pingvincheck getting close to the pit. He'll go in. He did get the kill on the Roche. The Aegis is in the hands of Madara. And Pingvincheck going to stand up against this. Even the ward's joining in. Medusa has to retreat. In the meantime, MNT does go down to Miposhka. Tiny has just been sniping out while they're distracted. He'll turn around looking to Madara next. TP coming in. ETM's arriving. Guess who's going to get sprouted? Oh, Stampede gets him away. Madara being chased onto with the Timber Chain. The Avalanche forward does connect. That's going to be the Aegis gone. They'll back away. They won't go for a second attempt.
Probably done the damage, I guess.
So much credit to Miposhka in that fight, though. The amount of pickoffs he was finding while Pingvincheck distracted them.
Yeah, he pretty much did everything. And he got the most important kill, which was the dieback onto the Ember. Because at that point, since they'd lost their TB, they had no sustained damage to the team fight for the side of ReaL DeaL. I mean, you kind of see how, like, every kill, it just had to basically wait for Avatar's cooldown to be back. And if the Ember was able to survive, then it's very unlikely they would be able to pick off those additional, like, 3 picks there. So, great play from Miposhka with the Shadow Blade. Pingvincheck,
definitely the hero for the job. Timbersaw has had its impact. And well, you do have a net worth lead for the Medusa now, not by much. And yes, she does still have a cheese, but if we're going to go for 6 slotted on 6 slotted right now, who is more scary?
Well, Miposhka's scary.
Yeah, maybe next time just dies. DM did move out for him, but the problem is he's got backup in the neighborhood.
Pingvincheck went for the attribute over the Timber Chain distance.
I'm fine with this. Like, you are unkillable. It's so much better in this type of game.
It's really good versus the Centaur.
Well, they're going to go now with the DD. He needs to back away from this. Timber Chain now, covered by the Avalanche from Miposhka, but he was slowed down with the Skadi still. He should be able to escape. They're going to move forward with the Remnants. They're looking for the opportunity. They guess wrong. Sidestep nicely on my Pingvincheck. Did not do the
Meanwhile,
predictable thing.
in the top lane.
Hello, Jerry. EGM forces them back again.
So they're going to take a timer on that and make note that the glyph was just used. So that's 5 minutes of attempted ratting on the side lanes. They're going to try and provide for Jerry here, even if it means forcing kind of a bad fight for themselves. They have a big window right now on the side of the real deal.
Absolutely.
Looking to close out game 2 and take the series.
I mean, this is the thing as well. The genius of the way those last few fights went, right, is you force the buyout, or the buyback rather, on MNT. He's the Spirit Vessel builder. The only way you're dealing with Timber right now is if you can get a Spirit Vessel online, and it's not happening.
I mean, even then, there's no way.
Even then, it's incredibly hard, but that's your only opportunity.
Lotus. It's just not going to happen. This guy's, he don't care about no Spirit Vessel.
You're right. MNT has to live long enough to get more charge. Well, he's got 8 charges right now, so maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. I think he's looking for... Oh, Jerry. He's going for the ward placement here, too. Oh, they know. They see him. Look at the ward.
Abort.
Pexu.
Abort.
Can he just not do anything?
No, he doesn't have a teleport.
Oh, shit, guys. He's there.
Oh, wait. Why is there a ward here? Hex is going to come out. Jerry's going to go down.
Dude. M&T's so smart, actually. He put that sentry ward there because he knew that he was going to do that. That's what every Nature's Prophet does right now. They put that exact ward there. So he preemptively sentryed both sides, and he was even just talking about it before he TP'd in and did it, and then you saw him pinging like crazy when he noticed. Nice game sense there from MNT. Just really keeping his head into it, and like he's putting himself in the real deal shoes, and he's thinking, okay, what do these guys want to do right now? Like, he plays these support roles. He's played this Nature's Prophet, and he's like, all right, what am I doing right now if I'm Prophet? How am I going to rat? I want to see what they're doing inside the base.
EGM would be feeling a little bit awkward. He did maybe he maybe jumped the gun there because he teleported in and he still had his TP on cooldown, so he couldn't get out.
Yeah, but come on, who puts that sentry down? Like, no one does that. Like, that's such a good play.
Credit where credit is you, MNT. Thinking outside the box. He's even checking for more wards here on the high ground, making sure that Jerry hasn't set himself up easy fallback. Which is a fair shout considering how much time EGM has spent in this lane. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, they're moving in. Going on the Ember here. Tossed up in the air. Yules as well. Gonna try and make his escape. Can he get out? Doesn't look like he can. There it is, Remnant. That was overly risky, DM.
Easy.
I mean, I was wondering what he was doing because he came out of Sly Fist and he hadn't retreated yet. Alright, he does live. Maybe a little bit too cocky there, buddy.
Well, there's only one plan at this point for Vega. Get Rapier Gold. Only hope they have.
Got it. Toe.
Yep.
Well, that'll help, though. They'll get 2 bounty runes. That'll get him closer to that Rapier. Something the Medusa will most definitely buy out on. Let's face facts. If you lose the Rapier, why would buyback matter? Especially when you're a Medusa in this type of game.
Puts a ward down, instantly gets killed by Jerry's Necros. Oh.
EGM getting some ward justice there after losing his own. Well, they want to see what's going on in this jungle. They might be surprised to realize it's literally just Jerry farming the entire thing. Greedy Prophet supports, folks. He actually has 10,000 net. Yeah, he is... I mean, I say that. Miposhka's at 15k. And Miposhka, he's got BKB now.
Yeah, he's playing fantastically this game.
He's going to go in. Green Call comes down to 2. Avalanche as well. MNT getting low. The BKB means they can't turn around. They drop the wards. Stampede going. Miposhka going to be chased away by Badara with the Stone Gaze active. Pinvincheck can't join in. Miposhka's tagging the whole goddamn team, though. Turn around, toss, hold him in place for a second or two, and the trees are gone, so Pinvincheck can't chain up. Throw out the Chakram now. Excalibur trying to get rid of the wards. He's farming more than fighting. Top's going to come out, does connect. Kezu trying to do what he can. Excalibur, the BKB activate, does have the stun to work, but he needs to throw it out. No, he does it on the wrong target, though. He didn't go for the big one. The Lotus does protect, and he can't TP out. They're going to chase 4, find more. Pinvincheck doesn't grease the regen rune. Can Timber chain out. They're going to keep chasing, though. Lotus Orb is up, which means the Yules affects too, but the Stomp when he comes down means he's in trouble. They'll get him.
Goodbye, mana.
And wow, I
hate Medusa. This is the stupidest talent. This 30% Snake Mana Steal, I can't believe they didn't nerf that more.
Not to mention with 1,000 mana talent.
So stupid to play against. Yeah. But like, how's that fair that she just takes like a third of your mana pool at all points? This Timber just becomes useless.
It is ridiculous. We've noticed that as well in the previous fights, right? Pinvincheck has been playing on zero mana for most of these
every
engagements.
single engagement. Well, there you go. Madara, rape your Dota. They're doing it.
It just seemed problematic because you looked at it, the way that was being played out. You had TB farming the wards for most of that fight. Then when it starts off, he can't get his BKB off in time. And then Kezu with a Lotus Orb to ensure that his health is protected meant he had to use Sunder on a half HP Undying. Wow. This is getting worrying now for real. They have a 12k net worth lead. But yeah, Medusa with a Rapier. Medusa seeming unkillable. You have to somehow catch her out without her team, which is just not going to happen.
Yeah, they missed that window where if they had got the pick on the Ember, this game could just be over. Like when he didn't have buyback and stuff after that Roche fight. But I mean, a lot of it also just because Vega stabilized enough to even secure the Aegis and the Cheese for Madara. And that's kind of putting us into the next Roche, which could respawn in as little as 8 seconds here. As Vega have taken a very aggressive posture behind their Ember Spirit here, hoping that they're going to initiate onto him.
Stampede coming out. BKB from Excalibur. He should be fine.
Run.
The wards go down, though. He needs to move away. Scotty's slowing him up. They see the DD on Madara, and they just back away. The wards were committed for nothing, though. They did at least get a BKB charge out. I say nothing. Problem is, Roche is 30 seconds.
Those were something else, those wards. I mean, I know you got the caster in town, too, but...
Look what I can do, guys. Well done.
Nice play. They go right into the pit, destroy the scout from the Dire, and they need to leave one of their own. Perfect. This Manta Illusion's going to catch it just as it's spawning.
And BKB won't be available for about 20 seconds when it does come up, so that is a window for them. I don't think ReaL going to let this pass uncontested, though.
Oh, it's going to be close. Is it going to see it? Oh, it didn't see
no!
it!
No!
All right, they're going to see it, though. They'll send another one.
Yeah, but the delay means BKB will be available. It's going to take them at least 10 seconds to go in that pit. By then, TB has everything ready.
Ah, Dota. Little moments.
Little moments that matter a lot in this type of game. Keep in mind, whoever loses here is eliminated. So this is why things are getting so tense, especially for Vega. They're reluctant to make these risky plays right now. They're going to try for something. They smoke up. They've left their Medusa alone. They know who's on the high ground. This risk converging right now. They do not connect with the Searing Chains, though. Creeps got involved. Oh, X coming out into 2. Thing being checked. Maybe in a little bit of trouble here. He's pretty far forward. Gonna move him. Searing Chains will lock him on the spot. And he can't escape. Long range shackles. See you later. I mean, you're a Timber, yes, but... Yes, but...
Oh, they're trying to make something happen.
I mean, I know, but at the same time, that's not the place you play around. You're trying to force them towards the bot lane. It's not like you're sneaking into the Roche pit with the Terror Blade. Instead, Madara's going to walk in.
All by his lonesome, and there's the buyback.
It had to happen.
Madara, not so worried about though. Kezu.
Avalanche tossing the air. Kezu down to half HP. Lotus to protect himself. Tiny does get hexed up. Dara ready to fight. Excalibur reluctant to do so. Needs to be careful those snakes. Don't got much mana to work with.
Nice late Shadow Blade here from Kezu, just to mix it up. No detection really here for a lot of these Dire heroes. Only sentries, no dust. These late game Shadow Blades can be pretty tricky.
Especially when it doesn't usually fit the hero. And Excalibur enjoys 0 mana again. Nice, nice. Love Medusa right now. I mean, it's no wonder he took the snake cooldown. TB had to back up. Okay, this is the moment to go for Vega. Metamorphosis is on cooldown. They should just walk into the pit. They'll know this as well.
What's that Moonshare too? Only a 2k surplus in the moment though.
The hole.
Oh wow, the snakes. Just completely defensive snakes.
Wow. They should allow them to
they definitely don't need the damage on Roche, so you can understand why.
Puck could try for the jump in, maybe. Not much else they can do right now. The Tombstone is down as well. Very fine up against Pexu, down to half HP. They jump in, BKB activated. Miposhka go for the Avalanche. Can he get it? No. They get the kill on the Roche, but they don't get the Aegis. Madara picks it up. Miposhka.
He got all 3.
He got everything.
Miposhka, nothing.
Absolutely nothing, and instead he gives his life for Diddly's squat. Just a little bit of gold on the side. Excalibur does go for the Thunder play with the BKB to move away. DM was low. He had to back up.
Is Madara a clicking god or something?
I mean, he must be, because you got to keep in mind he was avalanched as well at the beginning of that. And yes, he did BKB in the end, but holy crap, Tiny didn't even touch a thing.
No, he somehow gets all three and starts dishing them out. He gives MNT the refresher shot. Now here's the question: does he pop the shard right now, or are they gonna wait?
It's a window.
You want to wait.
The Tiny hasn't got buyback, but they don't know that for sure. It's very close, 120 gold off. They might realize it in a second and just commit it.
Jerry's continuing to push bottom. I think they should try and get the tier 3, back out, get the shrines, and then come back with the shard for a double snakes later on. I don't think you want to waste this double snake.
You have to be careful as well, because that reflection damage is adding up from Madara's clone.
Or potential double snake, I should say, rather. Which, don't want to give it up for a single snake. They hold the high ground for a bit here.
Well, they're expecting a chase to come out from ReaL, right? You try and catch someone on the retreat. It's a typical strategy. EGM walks in. Hello. He's Pexu. Sprouts him up. He drops the tombstone, though. Should be able to just get rid of this. After nature has been popped. A Stampede moving forward. Look at the opportunity. Hex is going to come out. Found a target. Can they get him? Puck getting low so fast, even with the Lotus Orb on him. Gone for 95 seconds. Does have a buyback. Too. They get rid of Pexi in response, so that's something out of this. But to be honest, you just traded 3 for a 5.
Jerry is getting the tier 3 bottom, though. And they have
this
a
up.
glyph. This is probably going to get forced out here. If they notice. They might not notice. Doesn't look like they notice
now. Right, DM's gone back. They almost get the tower. Not quite. Oh, they're in the base now. They're going. It's us forward. Madara under the towers. Now the stone gates has been used. Silenced up. Out of health. Trying to get away quick enough. He's going to get low. The tree through with the dream course enough. Gets him down. Now they'll stand and fight for more. They're trying to get with the wards as quickly as possible before she comes back up. Madara looking to get involved with the fight with the Divine Rapier available. Excalibur has got the Sunder. Can't throw it out though. BKBs turns around, has to throw it out and slash though so he can just fight. Needs to get him out right now. The wards are still doing work though. The melee racks will fall. The Crimson Guard can't protect her. Now going in, Stomp's going to come out. Excalibur in trouble, going to get low. Bone straight through him, is dead. Guess who eats the cheese? Will stay alive. Shashlo goes pretty deep. Blinks out through the wrong way though. And we'll hit onto him to make sure he cannot blink again. And now rooted up, Pinvin check in trouble. Doesn't matter how fast you timber chain, you don't move far enough. Buyback comes out from the TB now, but Madara still a force to be reckoned with.
He's got no meta. Pigment check is gone. No buyback for 3.5 minutes. It took double snakes for that Rax there, but well worth the patience of holding that high ground.
Now the gold lead is accelerating. Look at the difference between the TB and the Medusa. Almost 10,000 gold difference between those two cores. They're going to go for more.
Of course, she can lose quite a bit of that in an instant.
That is true. You know, this is the variable count of the Divine Rapier.
Oh, Jerry.
Oh, Jerry. Sorry, buddy. You're not leaving here in anything but a body bag. At least gets a little boogie dance out before he dies. Oh, they're going forward on the Madara here. Buyback comes out. They see the opportunity because they're split up now. BKB activated. Now they're going to go work with Metamorphosis. Excalibur going in for this opportunity with a refresher roll pickup. Can't do enough though. The Stone Gaze. Madara finding a lot of time for himself. Needs to move away right now. BKB activated. Imposter trying to chase through. He can't. Now DM goes pretty deep. Looking on to Jerry. He just pulled back into this. He can't afford to go down. BKB activated by Excalibur just to TP away. And he just used the Metamorphosis the second time. They can go back now with the kill on Tiny. They don't have to leave. They can return to the base.
They basically had a couple different desperation options here. One of them is trying to find a pick onto the Medusa, and the other one is to keep trying this ratting split push with Jerry. And once Jerry dies, they decide to go for this Medusa because she did look relatively alone. I can understand why that looked like a good option to them, but burning the refresher orb now, it feels like that might be the end of the road.
Yeah, Excalibur trying to find something for the remaining duration, but won't be able to. He's going to be stomped up instead. The moon across right now. He needs to escape, but no BKB. Shackled on the spot. That should be the GG moment. No way, back into this. GG comes out. We're going to be going to a game 3.
Wow. Very impressive stuff here from Vega, man. The Rapier Dota. They held strong. And this time it was the real deal who couldn't quite get that final push. I mean, they never got a tier 3, despite having like a 12k lead and what looked like pretty good heroes for sieging high ground. Number 1, I will point out again, that Sentry Ward did so much work because what happens every single game with this Nature's Prophet at Tiny, if you guys watch a lot of games lately where these two heroes are involved, the Prophet goes in, he puts those wards in the back line, and that creates the Tiny Airlines, where Tiny blinks in and he tosses out the most important hero. And then instantly you're just down one hero from the side of Vega Squadron trying to defend versus TB with meta and everything. So in combination of not letting the vision inside the base for easy Tiny Airlines, and winning all of the most important roast fights, Vega take the game at crucial, very difficult moments. And remember, this is elimination. I can't believe that.
This is the thing. You look at ReaL DeaL and the way they played that, it was looking so smooth, so easy, but then it felt like too often they were getting caught with their pants around their ankles, right? The Timbersaw playing so aggressively with that Crimson Guard build, and you said it very early on, I don't get why he's got this item. You know, you look at the way he's dying, it's all magic damage throughout that mid game. There, you just start to curb off. I mean, credit where credit's due to Excalibur. He kept up with Madara for a very, very long time. A few crucial moments being forced to metamorphosis.
God, by the way. Maposhka, I mean, you lost, buddy, but holy shit. He played that Tiny so well.
What was his final score in the end? He was 13-7-10. Almost had more gold than Pinvinchek.
Look at the raw damage that Pinvinchek took, though. Like, 143,000. That is pretty ridiculous. It's like double what the Medusa took.
He's done his job well. That wasn't enough in the end. That does mean we're going to have a game 3. Short break before we get to that, though. Be sure to tune in, because we will be returning with a third game between Vega and the ReaL DeaL to decide who is going to go home crying and who will go on with a chance to make it to Stockholm Major.